It's a blessing to have you here with me tonight. Don't be shy, let the words speak for you, alright. Come on, step in the light. Wordsmith, show the work in your craft. We ain't perfection, but let the light of God shine soft through the cracks. Let your truth breathe, let your courage rise. Here, every voice matters and every moment is alive. Cool breeze in the crowd when the mic turns gold. Stories loosen.
Culture. I'm going to give you a Love Me Black poem. I have a whole series, but this is part 2. I'm just going to go right into it. So, Black men, you are a god, and don't let no one tell you otherwise. Your wisdom, use it as a battering ram to bust open that prison to which your mind is kept shackled to the belief that you are inferior to your counterpart. Nah, you see, you, Black men, are a king. A king fit to weather any obstacles not even the Olympics can prevent. These sprint hurdles of low self esteem, self hatred, and racism are just a handful of examples one must continuously leap over as life is never ending. So don't let Frank dictate on how you should live your life, Black King, when these Franks can't keep their Frank away from these innocent children. Black men, you must protect and honor the Black woman. You see, the Black woman is God, goddess, containing that rare Eve gene able to produce all shades of melanated kings and queens. However, one must consider the flipping and the turning that the Black woman must do on a balance beam. She must balance out love, life, drama, trauma. But mama ain't raised no bitch. No disrespect, but you are a queen. So as you flip the switch and dismount off that beam 10 toes down, brimming with that Simone glow, better tell these Karens, I wish a Karen would. These Karens can't hold a torch to Gabby as the Black woman is happy to appreciate her skin tone. And as a Black man, how can one not appreciate the complexion of the Black woman? Ranging from a dark Hershey kiss to a caramel bliss. So never fuck with that Swiss. Miss host holier than art thou, and connect with thyself. Have knowledge of thyself and love thyself. Black men, you are kings, and I love you, Black. Black women, you are queens, and we fucking love you, Black. So, why don't you do me a favor and love me, Black?
All right, I'm gonna get into it. It's called Lessons Written in Aftermath. I used to mistake passion for truth. Thought intensity was proof that love had to bruise the ribs or it wasn't real enough to keep. I chased feelings like fire, never asking what would be left once the flames learned how to move on. I wanted everything now, connection, certainty, belonging, even if it cost me later. The consequences didn't scream, they arrived dressed as exhaustion, as nights replaying conversations I should have ended sooner. As a quiet shame of knowing, I ignored my intuition because the desire spoke louder. I learned that survival can look like strength until you realize how tired you are. From carrying lessons you refuse to learn gently, I wasn't reckless. I was hopeful without boundaries, open without armor, brave without wisdom. The impatience found me in pieces, not kind, not soft, but necessary. It taught me to pause before promising, to breathe before reacting, to ask myself who I became when I don't rush the outcome. Now I choose slower truths. I let things reveal themselves because what's meant to stay won't ask me to destroy myself just to feel alive.
This poem is called Invoice Due You.
And
So,
voice, do you?
no, Invoice Due dot dot you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't knock anymore. You arrive with your hand already out, palm up like gravity owes you balance. Like the world misplaced your name and everything living is just a clerk fumbling through drawers to find it. Entitlement doesn't scream, it assumes. It walks into rooms like the oxygen was laid out specifically for its lungs. It chews gratitude down to gristle and spits it back out at expectation. You don't say thank you say finally, as if time itself has been late to serve you. Entitlement is a mirror that refuses fingerprints. Every smudge belongs to someone else. Every crack is sabotage. Every boundary is an insult disguised as architecture. You confuse access with affection, confuse tolerance with loyalty, confuse survival with consent. You call it confidence. I call it a mouthful of other people's labor, chewed into a story where you're always starving despite eating first. Entitlement keeps receipts but never remembers the price. It knows exactly what is owed and forgets who paid. It sits on ancestral backs and calls the view earned, calls inheritance hustle, calls exploitation networking. It wears success like a stolen coat and dares anyone to check the lining. You want flowers without dirt under your nails, fruit without seasons, healing without hemorrhage, love without listening, respect without reflection. You think pain is a malfunction instead of a message left on red. Entitlement says, I deserve your silence. I deserve your body. I deserve your patience. I deserve your forgiveness. Even when it never offended, even when it never offered its own, especially then, it's the audacity to wound someone and still demand their softness, the nerve to light the match and ask why the house smells like smoke. Entitlement doesn't apologize, it negotiates optics, it edits history, it weaponizes confusion. Why are you so sensitive? Translation, why won't you let me continue? Let it go. Translation, carry it for me. Be the bigger person. Translation, shrink so I can stay comfortable. Entitlement is allergic to the word no, breaks out in tantrums and think pieces, calls resistance attitude, calls accountability attack. It confuses being challenged with being persecuted. But here's the part nobody wants to sit with. Entitlement isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers from inside your chest, and when you expect understanding without doing the work of clarity, when you want grace on credit, when you mistake your wounds for permission to wound back, sometimes entitlement wears your face. Sometimes it sounds like, after everything I've been through, I shouldn't have to, but healing doesn't run to a tab. Trauma explains, it doesn't crown. You don't get to collect people like consolation prizes. You don't get to bleed on someone and call it bonding. You don't get to demand access to a version of them they almost died becoming. Nobody owes you their peace. Nobody owes you their quiet. Nobody owes you the labor of shrinking so you can feel tall. Entitlement dies the moment you realize the world is not a vending machine that malfunction around your needs. It dies when you stop asking, what do I get? And start asking, what do I cost? When you learn that love is not an extraction, that respect is not assumed, that presence is not permanent, when you understand that being hurt doesn't make you righteous, it makes you responsible. Entitlement wants a throne, humility builds a table. And here's the truth that rearranges spines. The most dangerous entitlement is believing your pain makes you exempt from becoming better. It doesn't. It makes it urgent. So check yourself before you check the world. Read the fine print on your expectations, audit your assumptions, because the bill always comes due, and it is addressed to the part of you that thought being alive meant being owed. And this time, no one else is paying.
It's a blessing to have you here with me tonight. Don't be shy, let the words speak for you, alright. Come on, step in the light. Wordsmith, show the work in your craft. We ain't perfection, but let the light of God shine soft through the cracks. Let your truth breathe, let your courage rise. Here, every voice matters and every moment is alive. Cool breeze in the crowd when the mic turns gold. Stories loosen.